Good evening, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Jake Break. From the pre-game session here, or the pre-planning, or the meeting before the meeting, you are bound to be in for a doozy of an episode here tonight. Trent is on another level here tonight. I'm on some like allergy meds and stuff, so it's just bound to be quite the episode. Quite the episode.
Jake's got a case of the giggles here early. Actually, it's not that early here, Sunday evening.
Yeah.
But it's bound to be a good one.
Yeah, before we get started, though, for those of you that are not on the YouTube, tell them about the concoction that you mixed up beforehand and what's in it, like how you're holding it.
So, Jake took a sip of water, and I was like, man, I'm parched. I really need some. Too lazy to go upstairs and get water, and I thought I had Powerade in my basement. I went over and grabbed a Powerade, then I saw Sprite laying there. And I was like, what's better than a little bit of a spicy Powerade? So I put like a third Sprite and 2/3 Mountain Berry Blast, the blue Powerade. It's not the greatest, but I have it in a little glass cute straw cup, and it has flowers on it, and it says Mama. Yeah. And I'm embracing it. I'm not trying to hide it. Here it is. I'm going to make sure to drink it like this all episode long.
It's beautiful. You said that it's a beautiful color, beautiful concoction, but the face right now is not showing that.
Dude, like I told Jake, I don't know
Walk
if it's
us
the
through
lemon.
it. Like, what do you taste and what don't you like about it?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the lemon or the lime with the Mountain Berry Blast, but there's something that's not quite. I thought it was going to be like a little bit of a spice. Maybe I have the ratio wrong.
Okay.
But like I was thinking of like a little spicy Powerade.
Think
Would've been-
went a little heavy on the spice with the Sprite, or
Maybe, but I also think more ice could have done well.
like were these drinks in a refrigerator beforehand?
No.
So we're talking like lukewarm, so lukewarm
Well,
power.
I had a little bit of ice in here for my drink before. There's only a little bit left because it was 70-degree liquid. But we're this is the concoction to get me through tonight. So if you see me make any weird faces, it's probably after a sip of my Mama juice.
My gosh.
That's what I'm doing.
I swear, I don't know. It's just always something new, always something different on this show here. Yeah, I mean, what's going on there with the forehead, Trent?
Jake, that's a zit. Let me tell you, I have been blessed since, like, I don't know, 21. I really haven't broken out. I haven't got much acne.
Yeah.
Dude, starting, like, 3 weeks ago, I'm, like, going through puberty all over again. I'm getting zits everywhere. Like, and, like, I'm showering the same amount. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the air. My back, my shoulders, my forehead, my nose, my face, everywhere. I forget. My wife called me something the other day. I forget what it was, but it was a jab at being like a teenager with a lot of acne. I was like, that's harsh.
That's just foul. Absolutely.
I don't know
wrong.
if it's stress from like raising a kid that's now pulling himself up on everything, trying to walk and getting into everything he shouldn't get into.
Yeah, that could be.
Lack of sleep, man. I don't know. And again, it's just the way my 2026 has been going. So, yeah. So if you see this ginormous bump on my forehead, it's just a zit. Don't worry, we're all good.
I thought maybe you got like stung or bit or something, but I wouldn't. Okay, interesting.
No, I got a giant welt over here.
Oh
I got bit.
my gosh.
I got bit earlier. Yeah, man, it's been one of those days.
Goodness gracious. Well, that does not sound fun. I don't envy it one bit. Words are hard to come by for me tonight and today. I don't know why. So if I'm struggling, Trent, just take the wheel. Take the wheel from me. But I said we just jump right into it, see what the train rides us to. We got a great breaking questions segment for the folks here today. Very excited to bring it forward. Loyal fan of the show. Very close person to the show here. Trent, do you want to, was there a backstory behind this, or how did this question come up?
No, we were just in the car. So for those of you who don't know, my wife is the one who submitted this question. She came home from work one day, I think, and she was like, how do I submit a breaking question? I was like, just tell me. Like, what do you mean that you submit? I'm a co-host of the show. You can just tell me. She's like, I don't want to tell you. I was like, what? I was like, then text Jake. Dude, send us an email. She goes, you guys have an email?
Oh,
like,
man. Is she even listening to the show?
She does. You know what she does? You know how Spotify does like the segments?
Oh, yeah.
So like when we're talking about wrestling, it'll say like wrestling recap, and then the next segment say we talk about, I don't know, dogs. She just, if she doesn't like wrestling, she just skips to the next part.
Dang. Okay. That's
any
interesting.
hoodle. She wants us to know. She said, if you could do one outdoor sport / hobby for the rest of your life, is how she quoted to me. What would it be and why?
That is such a good one. Because you and I both do so many of them. It's like, how do you narrow down to one?
Yeah.
I feel like you probably had a good discussion with her about this one, so I'm going to let you take the reins first.
Yeah, man. It's tough because I am like I'm a die-hard bow hunter. Also fly fisherman. But I think with that being said, I think I'm going to have to go into your wheelhouse, Jake, and I think I'm going to have to take golf.
Dang, okay. All right, do explain.
So, hunting and fishing, right? No matter what, it's a great time being in the outdoors. You don't always have to be successful with a harvest or a catch to have a great time. But at the end of the day, it can get frustrating if you're hunting hours, days on end, not seeing any deer, not catching any fish, whatever it may be. Golf is one of those things that's so mentally addicting because you just go out there and you just golf. You could have a bad round, but then you have something to work towards. Whereas, like, if you have a crappy hunting spot, you might hunt for 2 years straight and not see anything.
Very true.
And, like, here in Pennsylvania, right, you got October to December to hunt, where, like, if I wanted to golf all year round, I just moved to Florida or California or Arizona.
That's a good point.
So I think I'd have to go with golf, but if I was taking, that would be my sport. We'll put it that way. Let's break it up into sport and hobby.
Okay, I like it.
I think hobby, I would have to go deer hunting, and I would have to go bow hunting specifically. There's something about, for me, sitting in a tree 45 minutes to an hour before it gets light outside and just waking up, the woods waking up around you. It is such a healing thing for me. I for those of you who are non-hunters, I know it sounds really dumb, but like if there's something that you do, say you're super stressed, super overwhelmed, a lot of stuff going on, there's always one thing that you can do to kind of reset. That's my thing. I'm in the tree an hour. I'll get in there an hour and a half before light, and I'll just sit there and enjoy the darkness. There's something about it, man, that I can't even put the words.
I love it.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's just, some people hate the eerie, dark. I love it. I'm up in a tree and I'm just listening to, the birds wake up and hearing the stuff walk around below me that I don't know what it is. I love it.
100%. Feeling like unlike anything else.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick one outdoor sport, obviously that's going to be golfing. I feel like some of the most beautiful places I've ever been on this planet have been on a golf course. So I would definitely pick that without a doubt. Hobby, that's a tough one. So I love hunting and fishing too, but I feel like I gotta go with hiking on this one. It's really random, but like, I don't know. There are some awesome hikes out there that you can take. It's good for you. Like, you're not getting the harvest, unfortunately, like you do with hunting and fishing maybe, but I don't know. I just feel like there's some neat stuff with hiking, so that would be my explanation. Plus, on the horizon, I'm looking at some hikes. Like, I'm scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, and like these different places will come up, and it's like relatively close. So I just hit favorite, bam, places I want to go. So this summer, I'm hoping to check a few of them off the list.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid one. Hiking is... We did a lot of it when Lex and I, with my parents, went to the Grand Canyon. The hikes, a couple of those hikes are a couple miles through just like the woods, not seeing anything, and then all of a sudden it's just like, bang. Grand Canyon is something that everyone has to see. You see photos and you think Grand Canyon, like, oh, it's it's big, it's bright, it's gorgeous. The first time you see it, your heart falls to your stomach. It is like, it's unlike anything that I can even comprehend with words. Man, it's one of those sites that, like, the canyon is so large and the other side's so far and it's so deep, like you can't even put it into words. It's just, the first time you see it, you just think death. Like, that's all you think, because that's the only word. If you would happen to slip over the edge, you have no chance. But that one, you need to add that one to your list.
Oh, I will for sure, and makes total sense now why Joe Dirt could have gone missing there. Got separated from his parents there.
That's right.
If you haven't seen that movie, you got to check it out. It's one of them ones, stupid but funny at the same time. But no, that's definitely on the list. That would be an awesome place to go. Just hearing your experience there, it's definitely a place I want to check off the list. But great question. We appreciate it, Lex. Another great breaking question segment. If you have any great questions you want to send into the chat, be sure to let us know or email us at thejakebreakpodcast@gmail.com. We're always asking for some new questions to bring onto that segment. A great one. Awesome. Okay, so we'll jump right into it, to the sports segment for this week here. We would be remiss if we did not talk about the recent Players Championship here this weekend. Had a good friend of ours, Trent, that was volunteering there and said it was an experience unlike anything else. Got to see some of the action up close. But I don't know, coming down the stretch, I loved watching on the TV Cam Young just coming up clutch down the stretch. I mean, played lights out. Whenever he needed to throw a dart in on 17, he did it, made the birdie putt, and then 18 just took care of business. I mean, it was awesome to watch.
Yeah, Cam Young is probably definitely top 5, possibly top 3 of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Just a solid dude, and when he's firing, he's tough to beat.
Yeah. Well, and like his putting this weekend, his putting was out of this world, and I think it makes a difference. They changed up some strategy there. He doesn't even read putts hardly at all anymore. His caddy, one of his best friends, he said is one of the best readers of greens he's ever had. So he brought him on the bag, and he reads everything for him. I mean, literally every putt that you saw today, his caddy was lining up for him, walking him through everything. And there's some pros out there that are very, like, caddy hands off of my putting. And he's the first to admit, hey, without this guy, I wouldn't be able to putt near as good as I am.
And if it's working, it's working. Because like you said, there's some golfers that they will only ask their caddy to step in if they're unsure about what the putt's going to do. Mm-hmm. But some golfers, they want to do everything for the putt. But, I mean, when you have that connection and it's working, and all your job is to literally stand over the ball and hit it where your caddy says to with what pace.
Yeah.
It takes a lot off of the player. It frees up their mind. You know what I mean? They're not thinking about this, that, the other thing. You know, what if it breaks here? What if it breaks there? He's just waiting for the direction of where to play the putt and the pace to play the putt. And his job is to execute. So if the caddy is you know, if he's on point, Cam can put that ball where the caddy wants it. So I think it's a great, you know, combination there for success.
Oh, 100%. And that's a good point. I didn't even really think of that. But, yeah, mentally as a player, it frees up so much, right? You're not sitting there grinding over a putt. When you got a guy in your hip pocket that can read the putts like he was this weekend, it frees up so much.
And, like, also when you come down the stretch, right? Like, if you're, you know, say you're barely in the lead, you're coming down 15, 16, 17, 18, in the back of your mind, you're consistently thinking, what if, you know, what did this guy score? What, you know, what happened on the hole ahead of me? What would I got to do now? You're not thinking about, and then you're trying to read the putt at the same time. You take that out of the equation. So, yeah, I mean, congrats to Cam Young for pulling that one out.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament to watch. I mean, the Players is one of my favorite ones the entire year. Just a lot of fun to watch. But the thing I could not believe, though, Trent, was Ludwig Aberg just completely falling off the rails. I mean, he couldn't make anything putt-wise today. And, I mean, the guy just doesn't miss a whole lot. And he was just missing left, right, everywhere in between. I mean, he just couldn't hit it in between the screws today.
And from going, he had the lowest 9 in history at the course. Was it Thursday?
I think so. Yeah, Thursday or Friday.
The lowest 9 in history at that course. And that's what I love about the game of golf. Because you can have a player that does that, comes out, best 9 in history at a historical course like that. And then after that, you just completely fall apart.
Well, and the thing, too, was the course completely changed from Thursday, Friday to today, right?
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday with the rain and everything, greens were soft. Today, you had to be careful in the greens. They had a little crust on them. They were trimmed down. I mean, you could really get away from yourself, especially with where the pins are at, right? I mean, Sunday pins, you gotta live a little life dangerously with Sunday pins sometimes. But all in all, great tournament. But another big tournament coming this week, Trent, that I'm sure a lot of viewers are going to be tuning into. Whether you're at work or not, I hope you're locked in at work. But if you're not and you have this playing on the background, this is the week to do it, right? March Madness, men's and women's basketball tournaments starting this week. Whether you're in class, you're at work, you're at home, whatever you're doing, you got to tune in. This is the most magical time of the year, in my opinion, besides like Christmas. I mean, the matchups, the Cinderella stories, the big names flashing out. I don't know. The bracket this year looks good. Looks real good, and I'm fired up for it. Any thoughts on what you think's going to happen this year, or what you're tuning into?
Man, Vanderbilt, I think this looks scary. Florida, also scary. But just talking about March Madness in general, it's like every year, as a kid, me and my brothers, my dad would always fill out a bracket. And you see, back then, you don't know the teams. You see the rankings. And you see a 1 seed or a 2 seed play a 10, 11, 12, 13. You're like, oh, the 2 seed's going to win. Anything goes in March Madness.
Yeah.
Anything goes. So, I remember the one year my brother flipped a coin for every single game, and he had all of them right up until like the round of 16, I believe.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, exactly. He literally flipped a coin, and the first name was heads, the second one was tails. Flipped a coin for every single one, and just incredible. So that just shows you how, like, insane March Madness can be.
Yeah. It's just, like you said, it could be a flip of a coin. You just never know who's going to show up, and it's one and done. I mean, you're out. You're out then if you lose. The one thing I was excited to see was that Cincinnati, Ohio team. Is that right? Am I reading that right? Where they had like an undefeated season, then they finally had their first loss in the conference tournament. I was really hoping they'd get in. I don't know if they'll do any damage in the tournament, but it's a good story to write. I mean, there's no other team out there that was undefeated for that long and only has 1 loss on the season. No matter what conference you're playing in, D1 basketball is D1 basketball. If you can do that, that's pretty impressive. But I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm a UNC fan at heart. Just not sure what's going to happen with them. I'll talk about that a little bit more, I'm sure, next week. But it's exciting. It's an exciting time of year.
You were talking about who? Miami?
Yeah, what is it? Miami, it's Cincinnati.
Ohio. Yeah, Ohio University of Miami. So it's basically Miami Hurricanes University campus that's located in Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're playing SMU, and the winner of that game goes... How is that? The winner of that game will play Tennessee.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they have the chance to, like, they always have the 4 pre-matches to the opening tournament, and it's basically the play-in for the, non-power schools.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm following there. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I knew it was something like Cincinnati, Ohio, or I wasn't sure, so appreciate the clarification there. But I didn't realize they were in one of the play-in games. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the thing that's tough, right, is like I mentioned, anything can happen, and any game, but especially March Madness, it's a magical time. So, like, you have a school that's playing, high caliber teams all season long, and you have 2-3 losses. Yeah, but then you take a team like someone who has one loss, but they played hardly anybody.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are complaining that they should be in. It's such a tough team for any committee, no matter if it's NCAA football, basketball, for these rankings, because it's such a tough variable. These teams are playing completely different teams than each other. It's easy to compare apples to apples. When you start comparing, in this case, apples to lemons, like, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Right.
There are teams that don't make it that could definitely win the championship, and there's teams that make this tournament that they have no business being here. You'll
100%.
see scores in the first round 75-40. It's going to happen. But yeah, dude, it's a magical time. I always love tuning in. I always have the alert set up, so I'll be like at work and I'll see like, upset here, upset there, tune in now, 30 seconds left kind of deal. But yeah, it's one of those things. As a kid, I always looked forward to this time of the year. Me and my dad, my brother, sitting around a table filling out brackets. It was just a super fun time. We'd hang them on the fridge, and at nighttime we would go through and we'd cross off all of our, wrong ones and right ones.
So was there a little wager going on, or just friendly family competition?
Just a friendly competition. It was just a fun thing that my dad, he always printed them off at work. So he would come home with them, and then we'd all sit down and fill them out, and then at night take a marker and cross off any ones we got wrong. It was just a cool thing we always did growing up.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. We used to do that a little bit. I don't know. It's just magical, right? Time of year, whether you fill out a bracket or not, it's one of them things that you just got to at least tune in for a little bit, right? College basketball is unlike anything in the world. Men's, women's, no matter what it is, like, you're fighting for your school. People get fired up. It's just a cool time of year. So, but something else I'm fired up for tonight, we're kind of tuning in on the side here a little bit, is the WBC semifinals. Big storyline of the night, right? Venezuela knocking off Japan last night. Big game, big upset, in my opinion. Venezuela has a good team, but Japan is, last time winner. They thought there'd be back-to-back champs this year. And then Venezuela gets the job done. But U.S. playing Dominican Republic tonight in the WBC. Mr. Skeens, Paul Skeens, USA starter, sits down the side. It could be a magical game with the drama revolving around, United States, Italy, Mexico. That final game, U.S. got in. I'm excited. This is going to be a fun game. I'm going to stay up to watch the whole stinking thing, or attempt to. So we'll see.
And for those of you that don't know, do you want to elaborate on that controversy?
Oh, yeah. Good point. So, World Baseball Classic, international baseball competition here.
It's like the World Cup for soccer.
Basically, yes.
But baseball. Yeah.
Yes, yep. So there's much like the World Cup, if I'm understanding correctly, there's pool play, right? You're in a group amongst other countries. You got to play amongst them. Whoever has the two best records gets in. Well, United States lost to Italy. Italy was leading the pool. Mexico and the United States had the same record. So Italy and Mexico played in the final pool game. USA needed Italy to just demolish Mexico. Because the tiebreaker, if Mexico would have beaten Italy, and there's different ways to do the tiebreaker, but I think eventually what they would have had to decided to, based on the stats and everything, was runs allowed versus runs scored. USA was out. So USA won. They were sitting, waiting at 3-1. Italy, Mexico play. Italy demolishes Mexico. So United States and Italy gets in. Now U.S. is rolling. They're in the semifinals here tonight, like we said, with the Dominican Republic, which I think is a tough matchup. But people were hyping up U.S. has arguably one of the best rosters of all time in our team's history. But if you're a baseball fan, you understand this is just, like you said, Trent, the World Cup of baseball. Hasn't been played for a little while. There was a stretch there where it wasn't played, right? And now they're back into it. And I'll touch on it a little bit later in the next segment here, but I'm fired up for it. It's an exciting matchup.
And for those of you who don't know, there's a clip circulating of teammates from. So in a lot of these games, you're playing against other nations, against players that are on your actual team from the MLB, right? So you're playing against your teammates from your team in the U.S. And there was a video of circulating of a batter that was going up to bat, and the catcher that was there was his teammate. So the batter like pretty much said, "Hey, like what's up? Like how you doing?" to his teammate, and the catcher just completely ignored him. Right, like just was like, "This is all business." He goes, "I don't care that you're my teammate for the whole season. Right now, we are trying to take you down. Keep to yourself." Mm-hmm. So that's how intense these matchups get, which is just awesome to see.
Yeah, it brings out the best in people. I mean, we saw it with like the Four Nations face-off with the NHL, right? I mean, that was like a replacement of the NHL All-Star game, but in essence, I mean, guys that were teammates were now playing for their countries, and it brings out a little something different in people, which I love. I mean, when you're passionate about your country and you're playing a sport that you do professionally against people, there's a lot more besides payday there. There's some pride going on there, which I love. But I said let's just jump right into the gas and brake segment for the week, Trent. Something kind of related here. I'll run with this one here just because mine relates to our last point that we had in the sports segment there. The Red Sox players in the WBC are just going nuts. I'm going gas on the Red Sox players in the WBC. I am fired up for a regular season baseball to come around the corner. Red Sox made some moves to strengthen up that infield. Didn't address the outfield logjam, and I'm fine with that because I think we have some ways we can work around that. Matchups, maybe switch person to DH, whatever. But these Red Sox players in the WBC are showing out. Roman Anthony, I know he just got set down in the Dominican Republic game, but batting over 300. Wilyer Abreu last night for Venezuela hits a 3-run homer. I mean, these guys are just playing out of their minds in the WBC, and makes me fired up for the regular season. So I'm going all gas. Red Sox players in the WBC.
Hopefully they don't use up all their luck. No, I'm just kidding. Jake, this week I'm also going gas. I'm going to go gas on being married. And not just being married, but being married to my wife. For any of you guys out there that are married, it's awesome. Downright just fantastic. When you're, solo and you got, things to do, I mean, it can be a lot. But when you got someone else, it just... And, when you think of, I catch myself thinking this all the time, that, yes, she's my wife, but I just think of her as, I don't know. My second, not to sound cliche, but my second half. It is such a weird feeling that I can't even imagine doing half of the stuff that we do, not together.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. I can't even, I can't even put into words. I just can't even think about, especially raising a kid. Oh my God. For all of you single parents out there, kudos to you, because especially in the stage we're in now, doing it alone, you would go insane.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely bonkers. So yeah, I'm going gas on marriage, but also gas on being married to my wife.
Heck yeah, that might be the best gas of all time. I don't think I can pick up on that. That is a great gas. Just knowing her personally, that's fired up. That fires me up, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. And you always hear being married, wife is always complaining, blah 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 blah. Dude, it's awesome. I love it. It's not overrated. Not one bit. It's great.
Hey,
but we've been together for so long now that
true.
You just don't even think. You don't even. I don't even know how I'm gonna say it. There's not another option. It's just what we've learned to do all these years that we just do.
Heck yeah, absolutely. No, that's awesome. That's a great gas.
Yes,
to finish
sir.
out this weekend here. One other thing, not to redirect the conversation, but another thing I forgot about in the sports segment is the NCAA wrestling tournament starting the end of this week.
Oh, yeah.
Quick disclaimer out there, that just adds into the March Madness here. But
and especially coming off of the Big Ten Wrestling Championships, man, I'm gonna I'm gonna give my forecast quick.
Okay.
National champions. I'm gonna go Luke Lilladall. Marcus Blaze is gonna come back with a vengeance. He has a chip on his shoulder from losing in the finals of Big Ten, because I believe he's Jax Forrest from OSU, right? Is he in the same weight class?
I think so. Yeah.
That's gonna be a battle, but I'm confident that Marcus Blaze is gonna win his weight class as well. I want to say PJ Duke, but I'm not confident. That's one I can see going another way. My other confident ones will go Mitchell Mesenbrink, Levi Haynes, and Josh Barr.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to say PJ Duke. I really do. But I don't know. I have this tickle in my stomach that just makes me feel a little uneasy about that one.
Well, and I don't know. I feel like Shane Van Ness's wrestling style could benefit him in the NCAA tournament, but could also burn him, right? He is very patient, and he can score, like, in the drop of an eye. Like, he just wears you down, right?
Yeah, and
it's
I'll
so
be honest,
fun to watch. But
I'll be honest, I forgot about that weight class. But the thing is, Shane scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Every match. Because usually he goes down by 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6.
Yeah.
In the first minute and a half. He scares the crap out of me. But without fail, he always, before you know it, takedown, lets him out, takedown, lets him out, takedown, and he's up, and then he just coasts.
Yeah.
But it scares me because you get the wrong opponent on the big stage. You get the right opponent that knows how to play defense and avoid stalls. That's not always... You can't bank on starting slow and then ramping up halfway through the second period and finish strong in the third. Mm-hmm. You can't rely on that in the national championship. Do I think that he can win? 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shane. I completely forgot about that weight class, Jake, when I was running through my mind. Because what, is there 10? There's 10 classes?
Yeah.
I'll say I feel more confident about him winning than PJ Duke. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, he's a grinder, man. Like, yeah. And I don't know, he's just fun to watch because he just wears on you, right? He just is constantly in your face. Not to the extent of, like, I would say Messenbrink is, but he is just a grinder. Like, he's on you and then, feels you out and then gets after and gets points. But we'll see. Yeah, not to change the subject, but that was something I forgot about that I wanted to throw out there. So we'll see. Okay.
Did you see the score, Jake?
Oh, I just saw. Yeah, Dominican hit a home run. Son of a gun. 1-0. Still early in the game. We're fine.
Yeah, bottom of the second.
We're in good shape. Here. All right. Well, going into our next segment here, blind ranking from last week. Trent just barely got me again. I thought I was good in the childhood snacks. Like, I was rolling. I was cruising. I felt really good about it to start. The blind draft rank results. I felt like I was good in the start. I was leading for a little while there. But then there was a late push that came on with you, Trent, and just sort of wiped the slate and knocked me right out the door. So,
yeah, and we got some DMs about Lunchables not being on the top 5.
Oh yeah, that was such a big mess, dude.
Jake, I'm gonna be honest here. I have never eaten a Lunchable.
Dude, neither have I. Neither have I. So now I don't feel like it was that big of a miss. I never
Not
have.
Once.
Like
Not once.
I was never allowed to. But I feel like a lot of the fan base have had them, and I feel like we missed out on that.
And like I had it written down on the bottom of my list with a question mark because I was like, I don't want to put something on my list that I've never had. But it's like it's a staple, right, in our era of you would see people put them in their lunch every day.
Oh yeah.
But I just like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cheese, like as you know. So like the ham and cheddar, like and the pizza, it sounds downright disgusting.
We'll try one sometime. Just for the good of the Jake Break faithful.
Yeah, we'll give her a whirl, but man, yeah, I had to be honest. I've never had one.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to mention that and I totally forgot. But yeah, I can honestly say I've never even tried one. Never tried one.
And two, like there was three of us, like me and both two of my brothers. So like if my parents would have bought Lunchables for us, they would have literally had to buy it by the pallet
Oh, true. Good point.
to feed three boys.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if any of you out there you've had sons or if you just have daughters or what have you, especially going through those teen years. My mom we had like Eggo waffles for breakfast, or like those Terraport French toast sticks.
Right.
There were times that me and my one brother would finish a whole box of Eggo waffles for breakfast or Toast with Strudels. We would eat a whole box in the morning, just for one day of breakfast. So like there were times I remember my mom was buying 3 loaves of bread per week for just our lunches, because there was times we were each taking 2 or 3 peanut butter sandwiches for lunch. So like, if she would got Lunchables, dude, we would have to buy a secondary. Are they refrigerated or not?
I think so. I think. I feel like you always pick them up in the refrigerated aisle.
Yeah, dude, we would have had to buy a secondary walk-in cooler to have enough for 3 boys. Like, yeah.
We're going to try that sometime. I'm adding that to the list right now of ideas that we need to try.
We'll break out the Lunchables either on our road trip when we're going to our one thing, or on the golf course sometime.
True.
It'll be like our little 9 snack. Instead of a hot dog, we just rip out the Lunchables.
I love it. Yes, and update on the YouTube video. I don't know if you did anything, Trent, but we did very little to no editing this past week on it. I was not feeling 100%, and I know Trent was busy with some stuff too. So it is coming soon because we want to get it out there because it was fired up. Like, dude, I can't even still describe it. It was so cool.
We're going to get out there for a part 2, but yeah, editing is one of those things that, like, it's not as easy as just, like, I don't know, clicking a few buttons. Like, it takes time. Yeah. But right now, like, not excuses wise, but with a kiddo, man, your time is just, like, gone. But yeah, no, the next week or 2, we're going to try to get that together, make something that's we're proud of, not something that's just kind of crappy and clipped together.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and we want to make sure it's our first like long YouTube video, we'll call it, outside of our regular episodes here that we do every week. We want to make sure, like Trent said, it's top tier, top quality. We had some equipment that we debuted in this video, so I'm excited. So far, like sneak peek of some of the clips is phenomenal. So I'm fired up for it. So the official release date will be sent out to folks to check out. Be on the lookout. It'll definitely be before the end of the month, right? Before the end of the month, it'll get out. You'll know, and yeah, you'll be ready for it.
That's right.
Okay, so this week, different blind draft. I feel like we were on a food binge for a while there. Oh, shoot, and I didn't even say. Yes, totals now, Trent 20, me at 14, 4 ties, and 2 to a special guest. This week's blind draft, we're doing a little bit of something different outside of the food and some normal stuff that we've done. Since we have a lot that we're breaking down with best, like the sports segment and everything, we're breaking down best athletes of all time in this week's blind draft. So across all sports, kind of our GOATs or greatest in each category, or across all sports, men's, women's, all genres, best athletes of all time.
I like it. Who flips this week, Jake?
I think it is me.
So you flip?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go heads.
It is tails.
Dang it.
Man. Okay. Man, a lot of pressure with the number 1 pick here. Because I am going to take the number 1 pick. I'm not going to defer it. I feel like the number 1 pick for kind of the general audience of our show has got to be Tiger Woods.
All right. I'm not surprised.
As much as I want to say Phil, it's got to be Tiger.
All right, Jake. I'm going to go Michael Jordan.
Good one. Yeah, it's a good pick. Number 2 for me, I'm going to go with the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Okay. All right, number 2. So I'm gonna try to cover some different sports here. It's a tough one. For baseball, I have a few. I'm gonna go. Oh man.
This is tough early on pick 2.
I know, because it's one of
There's
those
so many
things.
good
It's
ones.
like, yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna go Hank Aaron too.
Okay. Not the direction I thought you were going to go, but that's a good pick. Very good pick.
For any of you that, I mean, for no one that's like not a baseball fan, you would think some other big names, but Hank Aaron is. If you know ball, you know Hank Aaron.
If you're a ball knower, you know.
Exactly. You know the name.
Very good. Number 3, I'm going to go with Michael Phelps.
You can have the fish.
I'll still never forget like the picture of him with his arms stretched out and all his medals like just hanging off of him. The guy is amazing.
That's a good pick. Number 3. I'm gonna go Barry Sanders.
That's a good one. He was on my list too. All right. For my 4th pick, man, this is tough. I'm going to do some out there picks. It'll either make or break the ship here. Number 4, I'm going to go with, get ready for it,
I'm ready.
Tony Hawk.
Nice.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
I mean, talk about electricity back in the day, growing up. He's one that always brought it.
He had video games made after him. I mean, the iconic tricks that he pulled or rides that he pulled out, the X Games and stuff, without a doubt.
All right. So I got football, baseball, basketball, Jake. I'm gonna pull one out here. I'm gonna go Muhammad Ali.
Okay. I thought when you were going that direction, I thought that you were going to pick one
Take
that I'm
yours.
going for 5. Here.
Okay. I have a feeling I know yours. But let it rip.
No.
If you want it.
So, tell me your guess. I'm curious what you think my guess is going to be.
I don't want to sway your
I'm
guess.
locked in on my 5.
You're locked in.
I'm locked in. I am not changing. As soon as you're done talking, I'm going to say mine. Guaranteed.
Are you going basketball?
No.
Okay, then I don't know.
I should go basketball because there's one guy in basketball that I think's the GOAT, and he should be on this list looking back here. But since you went basketball, I decided to go a different route here. Number 5. A lot of our fan base knows this guy. I'm just going to read a couple stats here for the folks. Career record in college, 159-0. 0 losses. 4-time national champ at 184 pounds, and arguably the best coach already in college wrestling history. I'm going to go with Cael Sanderson, baby. Locking it in.
When you said reading stats, I knew exactly where you were headed with that. But before that, no idea.
Oh, and forgot to mention, 3-time Hodge Trophy winner.
And for those of you who don't know wrestling, like you don't know ball, those stats are just like out of this world.
Yeah. And he was going against some tough guys, back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I wish he would have gone to the UFC because he could have been an absolute animal, an absolute tank. But the guys he was facing, because I think he wrestled Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
How many times from OSU?
Who went on to be a light heavyweight and heavyweight champ in the UFC.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is so tough.
I'm so pumped about that pick, man. I was holding that in my back pocket. I thought that's where you were going with number 4.
No. And now 5. I'm between basketball and soccer.
There's a lot you could pick from either of those categories.
Oof. This is so tough because these picks are like make or break, man.
I feel like you got a pretty good list though. Like it's not top heavy at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you don't know ball, like my list is cheeks.
True.
Like a lot of people are gonna hear Hank Aaron and be like, "Who's that guy?" Right? But they hear Tony Hawk and they're like, "Oh heck yeah."
Yeah.
I think, for popularity's sake, I'm gonna go Lionel Messi, number 5.
Oh, that's a good pick. Great.
But I'll tell you once we go over our honorable mentions here. My other ones.
Yeah. My 2. Well, before we get started here, the list I had here for me was number 1 Tiger Woods, 2 the great one Wayne Gretzky, 3 Michael Phelps, 4 Tony Hawk, and 5 Cael Sanderson.
Yeah, my number 1 is Michael Jordan. Number 2 is Hank Aaron. Number 3, Barry Sanders. 4, Muhammad Ali. And 5, Lionel Messi.
And what were some of your honorable mentions that you were saying there?
All right, so the one I was really debating between Lionel Messi or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Kareem Abdul. I had LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Babe Ruth, Tom Brady, and Serena Williams.
Those are some good ones there. Yeah, I also had Kobe on my list. Diehard Lakers fan. I really wanted him to be on the top 5. Realistically, he probably is. But I don't know. I wanted to diversify and do a bunch of different sports.
Yeah.
Because I think MJ is 1A, 1B with Kobe. That's my hot take. I think MJ and Kobe are 1A, 1B. That's my hot take. Usain Bolt was another one I threw on the list. And outside of Kobe as well. And then I had Jack Nicklaus. The guy could just close out a major championship like none other. So the Golden Bear was on the list as well.
We just struck out. That's not good.
Yeah, I just saw Aaron Judge struck out, so I can say this because I'm a Red Sox fan. That guy is a choker. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Great regular season player. Get him in the playoffs or a high-pressure moment. He might as well be playing left bench.
I think Severino now has 3 looking strikeouts.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why you don't build a team with the Yankees players. That's just what I'm saying.
The first looking strikeout of the night was the guy you said from the Red Sox.
Roman Anthony, but
yes.
He's still batting over 300, and he's playing well. They made contact with him.
But back to the list. Kobe, he would be on if I would have chosen him top 5. He would have been on my top 5 for mentality.
Oh, yeah. Nobody like him.
Not so much. I mean, don't get me wrong. Talented as crap.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if we were doing like a player build, right, and we were taking like height, skill, mentality, awareness, whatever, I wouldn't be taking Kobe's skill. I would be taking his mentality, because the whole Mamba mentality thing, he is. I mean, when he came walking back out on a torn Achilles to shoot 3 free throws. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not been the only player to do that. But the mentality that he's always carried throughout his career, stone cold, just... I remember there were stories of him, Tommy, you guys can look it up, but when it came time for... when Team USA was playing, like, Kobe was something from a different realm. All these other players that were never around him were like, oh my goodness, this guy is like a serial killer. Like, he's just laser focused. So that's why he would have been on my top 5 if I would have happened to choose him.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you there. He's one of one, that's for sure. All right. Well, good deal. Well, make sure you vote on that. That is coming out live Tuesday again on the Instagram poll. If you don't have Instagram, feel free to send us a message like some of y'all have been doing already on, via email, some other way. Let us know what your vote is, because every vote matters in the blind draft poll. So we need as many votes as possible.
Jake needs them.
I need them desperately and badly. Every week and any week, for sure. So feel free to tune in. Like I said, we broadcast the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts, and then also on YouTube. Make sure you check out the YouTube, because some of our reactions and some of the stuff we're going on is just, you can't see it. I mean, we have the video on the Spotify, but the YouTube, it's unlike anything else. So be sure to check us out every week. We love and appreciate the sport week in and week out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, because Jake Break to the Moon in 2026. Trent and I's goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2026, and we need everybody's support to get there, to keep elevating the show and bringing you new stuff week in and week out. So, till next week, we will see you. We appreciate you. We love you. Peace out.